Hey, hello, happy Friday night, and welcome to Pam's Epic Cooking Party. My name is Jennifer, and I am an independent Epicure consultant, and I am super excited to share Epicure with you and show you how easy it will be to make a meal, and it's going to be healthy and delicious. Give me a hi in the comments when you're on so I know who is with us and I can welcome you to the party. And don't hesitate to put any questions or comments down below. I will try to catch them as I go through. Tag a friend, and let's get started. Pam, are you with us yet? I want to make sure Pam is with us before we get going. Give me a hello in the comments. Hi, Pam. Hi, Ariel. Welcome, guys. I'm so glad you joined us. If you guys are catching this on a replay, go ahead and hit hashtag replay. And go ahead and still put in your questions because I will come back and wrap around and make sure to get to those questions if you're watching it on a replay. So, first of all, thank you, Pam, for having this party. Super excited for all the free products you're gonna get. You're gonna love it. Pam knows how much I am not a foodie and that I used to never cook. She's probably in complete shock that I'm even doing this. Pam can tell you. Food has never been my friend, and I found out last year why food was never my friend. I got diagnosed with celiac, and so at least I had a reason, and with making some changes in my diet and learning how to eat better, it has been a game changer for me. Yes, Pam, she can attest, she can witness this. So, everything with Epicure is 100% gluten-free, and I got introduced to Epicure by a friend of mine when I was talking with her about being diagnosed with celiac. And at first, knowing that it was a sales company, I was just, I was kind of put off. Like, I really just didn't want to, I'm not into sales. I'm not into all that stuff. I didn't want to. But she was so nice, and she kept sharing things with me, sharing information. Knowledge is power. We all know that. And she gave me some packets to try, and they were actually quite amazing. I probably, for the first time in my life ever, could say that I liked some food. So as I started to learn more, it really became my desire to do this so that I could get some cheap and free products. I'm not gonna lie, that was my whole mission. I just wanted to get some cheap and free products of some food that tasted good, because in the store, gluten-free food is just not the greatest. I'm funny about smells and textures, and so I'm kind of picky. So anyway, Epicure has been amazing. Like I said, a game changer for me and my life and my kitchen. I think this is the first time I've ever been in my kitchen. I'm learning new things, and so it's a lot of fun. And sure, my family's happy that I'm cooking dinner once in a while. But that's our secret. Okay, so tonight.
Dogs might want an interview.
Okay. Whenever I'm gonna do a cooking show, the boys kind of come walking through every once in a while, waiting to see when is dinner gonna be ready. So anyway, so tonight I am going to be cooking an amazing Mexican meal for you. That is my absolute favorite. It's a favorite in our household. But as a thank you to Pam, I always offer these as a choice, mac and cheese or our ooey gooey. But because Pam made a comment earlier on one of the posts about the meal kits, I wanted to add an additional option for you. So you get to choose one of these. I don't know if you can see them. The light's this is tandoori chicken, curry, These are some Asian options. She said maybe Asian. Can you see that? Pad Thai. Let me see. Thai red curry. And sweet and sour stir fry. Okay, so you get to choose one of those. If you need me to send a pic of them, I can send a pic so you can look at them. If you didn't catch all those names, the light's kind of funny there, so not sure if you caught all those. But if you want to try Asian, I want to give you that option. Or you are welcome to choose the ooey gooey or the mac and cheese. Both very delicious. Let me just tell you about the mac and cheese real quick. The why I have give back on the top here, so I don't forget to tell you about, I know I made a post about it, but I just want to go over it again because this is one of the things that I love about Epicure is that they do give back to the community. And mac and cheese is what their item of choice. They sell a lot of mac and cheese, so every time they sell a mac and cheese, they are partnered with some organizations across the United States and Canada. And so every time they sell a mac and cheese, they give one back to the community. So that's huge. I love that. So that is an option for you too. Okay, I'll just put that down over there. All right. Surprise me. Oh, Pam. Okay, Pam wants me to surprise her. I'm going to surprise you then. All right, so for tonight, we are going to make fajitas, and you can never imagine that you can make fajitas in about 5 to 7 minutes with Epicure. And I would have never believed it before. I don't think I ever would have cooked in the well, I didn't cook before, but if I did cook before, I don't think I would have ever cooked in the microwave like I do now. I don't know why it has that stigma of like weirdness of cooking in the microwave. So for those of you who are not on board with cooking in the microwave yet, I'm going to give you an alternative option, but I'm cooking in the microwave because it's faster. It actually, because it steams quickly, it actually locks in moisture and your nutrients quicker. So it's actually better for you than frying, roasting, whatever. So there's that. All right. So for tonight, we're gonna do fajitas. Like I said, 5 minutes. The reason why I say 5 to 7 minutes is just because it does depend on your microwave. You know, all microwaves are different. They all have different wattages, so it's all different. My microwave is kind of strong, so I'm gonna do mine at 5 minutes. But if you have kind of a lower watt microwave, then you might wanna do it at 7. You can always start it at 5 and then check your protein, whichever protein you use. I'm using chicken tonight, but you can check it, make sure it's done. If it's done, then you're good at 5. If you need a little bit more, add it in 1 to 2 minute increments, okay? Okay, so first thing is we're gonna cook it in the multi-purpose steamer. This is your kitchen BFF. This has replaced probably about 5 or 6 things in my kitchen because you can cook like everything in here. I've cooked fajitas before. I cook enchiladas. Last night I did lasagna. I've done bread, I've done brownies, I've done popcorn, I've done chicken and potatoes, I've done rice. Matter of fact, I have rice on the stove right now that I already did earlier. You can do fish. I don't eat fish, but you can do fish. I'm trying to think. Like everything can be cooked in this pot. It also comes with the trivet. Our multi-purpose square one comes with the trivet. The reason for the trivet is if you want to do a one pot meal, you can put your like chicken on the bottom, put your trivet on top, and then you can add like your vegetables and stuff on top with the seasoning and cook it that way. You can when you cook the rice in here, you put your rice in with your water and you put the trivet on top, no lid, goes in the microwave, 15 minutes. That's regular rice, not like your minute rice. Minute rice would be a lot less time, like I think it's like 10 minutes for the minute rice. But anyways, it cooks perfect rice. What else would you use the trivet for? Oh, bacon. I'm not sure if you guys caught my video yet, but I think I posted it on the party page. I made bacon in here. You twist up your bacon and put it on here. You can put you know, as many as you want, as many as will fit. I happen to do 6 on that one, and it's like 1 minute per piece of bacon. So I did it for 6 minutes and it came out perfectly crispy. That was super yummy. So lots of options. We don't need the trivet tonight because everything is going together, the chicken and the veggies. So hold on 1 second. Come on. Sorry about that. It's like 105 degrees here in Arizona and my dog's outside scratching at the door. My husband left them out, so I don't have the heart to leave them out there until I'm done. So I had to go rescue them. So anyway, with that being said, let's move on. So I do have my chicken. We buy our chicken in bulk from Sam's or Costco, and then we kind of bag it up at the beginning of the week. Or whenever we go shopping, we bag it up in like 3 chicken breasts at a time because there's 3 of us here. So this is 3 chicken breasts and they're already like sliced up in like long strips. So then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna use a red pepper, an orange pepper, and an onion. Some people like green peppers, that's fine if you wanna use a green pepper. Green peppers just for whatever reason don't sit good with me, so, and the other peppers don't seem to bother me, so I'm gonna use the other peppers. All right, so I'm gonna use our ceramic knife, which is amazing. Like, it's super sharp, doesn't need sharpening, but don't use it on something hard and don't let somebody take it out of the kitchen and use it on something they shouldn't because you'll ruin your knife, okay? So keep it in your kitchen, keep it safe, keep it sharp. Because it's awful when you go to try to cut something, especially like tomatoes or something like that, and your knife is all dull and nasty. Like you can't cut it and it just smashes it. Let me just rinse out the seeds. So I don't know if you have a fancy way that you cut your peppers. I don't know, my leader, one day I was watching her and she's talking about this fancy way that she cuts her peppers. And I'm just like, I can't do that. Like, I don't even, no, I'm not doing that. I'll probably end up cutting my finger off or something like that. So let me just keep it simple. So I'm just slicing it up, just, you know, have some long peppers in here for the fajitas. And our fajita seasoning is a little on the bitey side. You know, I'm gonna cut these in half because this is like a really tall pepper. A little on the bitey side. So if you just keep that in mind, if you order any Mexican, the Mexican stuff does tend to be a little bitier, but I do have a sensitive mouth. Like I just cannot tolerate hot stuff. My husband likes it and my dad likes it. He's staying here with us in the winter. He's a snowbird here. He's getting ready to go back to Michigan, but he likes spicy stuff too. So I always have to make it a little less spicy and then they can add whatever to theirs. Okay, easy peasy. Now let me just do this one real quick. So while I'm doing this, let me just tell you a little bit about Epicure. And I know you saw my posts and stuff, but I just want to share, you know, like their background. So they are, actually, they've been in business for 25 years. Well, next year is their 25-year anniversary. And a lot of people haven't heard of them in the United States because they're actually new to the United States. So it's actually a Canadian company that started that long ago. It was actually a mom who started it. And she had 2 kids and she wanted to be able to put nutritious food on the table for them quickly. And so she started developing, like she would take like different spices and things like that, and she would start developing her own. See, I have to concentrate because I'll start talking and then I don't cook at the same time and then it's like an hour later. So I'm gonna try and do both. I'm trying to get better at that. But anyway, so she started combining some spices and making her like her own little meal solution packets. so that she could do her meal prep at the beginning of the week, and then later, you know, when it's dinner time, she comes home and she could make good food for them without taking a lot of time. So after she did this for a little bit, she decided, you know, probably other people would be interested in this and like it too. And so she started selling them at the farmer's market. I thought that was pretty cool. And so then it was like such a hit at the farmer's market that she decided to go big. And she did go big. Like, it's huge. And she decided to take it with the direct sales method so that lots of other people would be able to come up alongside her and be entrepreneurs like her, which I thought was all that's pretty awesome too, because I mean, she really could have kept it all to herself. I'm just gonna pour the chicken in with my peppers, and let me get my tongs. So our tongs are also silicone. Like, the inside is metal, so they're like really sturdy, but the outside is a nice silicone. It's nice to hold and really easy to use. And all of our silicone is food grade silicone, so there's not gonna be any of that like leaching or weird crap getting in your food. So you don't have to worry about that either. So anyway, let me just mix this up here. Give it a good stir. So anyway, so then she did that in Canada. And then in 2019, about halfway through the year, then they came to the United States. And it's just been, boom, taking off since then. All right, so for our fajitas, what this would call for is 2 tablespoons of the fajita seasoning. So, it smells so good. It smells so good. I wish I could let you guys smell this, but it's so yummy. But I'm only gonna do like 1.5 because it is kind of powerful for me. I'm sensitive though, so like normal people probably are okay with the 2. So I'm gonna use my 4-in-1 tool, and this is really awesome too. I know people are just like, why do you love that? Why do you say you love a tool? But I do. I just love this tool because I have a dish. It's still in my cupboard. I keep saying I'm gonna get rid of it, and I haven't done it yet, but I have a dish and it's got like 500 of these stupid measuring things in there. And I don't even go to that dish ever, because now I just have this, and I always just go to this. It has 1 tablespoon, 1 teaspoon, half a teaspoon, and a 1/4 teaspoon, all on one tool. So for me, less is better. This is so much easier. I mean, I know there's like a lot of amazing gadgets out there, but if you use those gadgets, then you have to wash them. I don't want to do that. So anyway, let me just, and this fits all of our jars because we have multiple different size jars, but this tool fits in every single jar. So I'm just gonna do 1 and just like about 1/2 of that. I'm not an exact measurer. Are you guys an exact measurer? Put in the comments if you're an exact measurer, because I'm not. Also, let me just point out our fajita seasoning. You know, I didn't have a fajita seasoning in my cupboard from before, but I have this taco stuff. Like, look how big that is. Like, you know, we got that at Costco's or Sam's. I don't remember which one. But when I started learning about Epicure, and then I started like really looking at labels, I was shocked. So the sodium in here is 470 milligrams, and a serving size is 2 teaspoons. Teaspoon, not tablespoons, teaspoons. So like, if we would have used this, we would have probably just had like almost 2,000 milligrams of sodium. So that's disgusting. And then for ours, our sodium is 0. Like almost, I would say, gosh, probably 90% of our seasonings are like zero sodium. It's 0 or low. None of them are high sodium like that. And yet they're so good. Very, very flavorful. Okay, so I just dumped in the seasoning. So let me just mix this up here real quick. Get that all mixed in here good. Another thing you can do is you can just, you know what? I just thought of this, which what I should have done, because this would have saved me one last bowl. one last bowl to wash. If I would have just put my chicken in here and my peppers straight up in here instead of in the bowl, and then I could have just did this. I could have just put the lid on and shook it. That would have been one less bowl. I'm gonna remember that for next time. So one less bowl to wash. Okay, so that's perfect. We got this all mixed up. Now I'm just gonna separate my chicken because I wanna make sure that it cooks evenly and it all gets done good. Because I'm still gonna tell you here, I'm new to Epicure. I'm new to cooking, period. And I'm still funny about how it gets cooked. So I'm gonna cook this in the microwave for about 5 minutes and we're gonna see how it looks. And then while that's cooking, here comes another one walking through, wondering when dinner's gonna be. Okay, so, oh, I'm so hungry, I'm gonna have an apple right now. Okay, so while that's cooking, here's what else I'm going to do. I am going to make some guacamole, and I am going to make, I was gonna make some salsa, but I changed my mind at the last minute because I saw that my container in the fridge was out of feisty green, and I'm telling you, I am addicted to this stuff. Like this just came out this summer, and it came in my summer collection, and I didn't even think that this would be something that I would like because I kind of can describe it like a mayonnaise with a kick. Like it's got a little kick to it, and I'm not. Oh, onion! Jeez, Pam. Pam, thank you, Pam. She saved me. See, she knows how I cook. You're right, I'm doing onion. Okay, let's throw the onion in real quick. All right, I'm not gonna do guacamole yet for you or the feisty green because I gotta put the onion in. I'm so glad you caught that. All right, let me just throw some onion in here real quick. Thank God that didn't cook too long, but that's okay. All right, let me just chop this real quick. See, that's what happens when I'm trying to talk and do something at the same time, then I'm just like distracted. And then I almost forgot a main ingredient. Goodness sakes. So I'm just gonna put this in and then I'm gonna shake it up again with the seasoning. All right, real life here, this is what you get. Okay, that's okay. And I would have just went right on and cooked this, and then I would have got it out for dinner and, you know, put it on their plates, and they'd be like, where's the onion? How come you didn't cook any onion in the fajitas? I would have said, oops, sorry. Okay, that's good. Let me give it a stir here. Pam, I might owe you 2 packets for that. You just saved my life. Okay, that's good. Now we got onions. Okay, let's put that back in and let that finish cooking. Oh, so glad you caught that. All right, let's just finish. Okay, good, it only cooked for 1 minute, so we're fine. So anyway, what was I saying about the feisty green? So anyway, so then I made this because actually I was going to make it for my husband because it got a little, I just assumed it, you know, kind of had a little kick to it, and hence the name feisty green. So I thought he would like it, so I made it and I tried it, and holy Moses, it's so good. So I'm gonna make this again tonight because I have been putting this darn thing on everything. I put it on my burgers, I put it on my corn on the cob, I put it on my salads, I put it on my enchiladas, I'm gonna put it on my fajitas. I didn't put it on my lasagna last night, but I did think about it. Like this is just so good. It just adds that like little extra oomph of flavor, and it's delicious. So anyway, real quick, this is how easy it is to make. I got a half a cup of mayonnaise here, and it's 1 tablespoon. Um, 1 tablespoon to mix with a half a cup of mayo and 2 tablespoons of water. Okay, so let me just get 1 tablespoon. Whoop! That's a little extra, but that's okay because it's just that good. And then it was 2 tablespoons of water. Let me put this over here so I don't spill all over the place. I know it's just water, but all right, so there's 2 tablespoons of water. And then I think I do a lime. 1 teaspoon of lime juice, okay? So I'm not gonna measure, but I do get to use my little cool handy dandy citrus press. Okay, so true confession today, don't laugh. Well, no, you can laugh, but don't judge. I've used this a couple times, but I actually just learned how to use it properly today. So I have been putting the lime in like this, right? Like it's shaped like that. Like it looks like that's how the lime goes. So I've been putting the lime in like that, and I was squeezing it, and of course, you know, the juice squirts out around it. Well, I learned that you're actually supposed to put it in like this. And it squirts out really nice. Like nice juice, look at that. Like that's amazing. That came out so much better than when I did it before. And there would be more, but it only calls for a teaspoon, so I don't want to squirt too much. I'm gonna save some for the guacamole, but yeah, don't judge. Okay, now I'm just gonna mix this up. And then when you mix this, like you just let it stand, like, you know, stand for like about 5 minutes or so, and then it'll be good to go. Now I did learn another little tip that I will share with you, which I thought was fantastic, is when you're making the dip, not this, but this is a sauce. Okay, so that's ready. Just give me about 5 minutes and that will be good. But like when you're making a dip, like if you're gonna make a French onion dip or some creamy ranch dip or whatnot, that don't make it like right when you're gonna want to use it. Like make it at least 6 hours in advance, because the flavor is so much better. Like if you make it, like if I made it right now, I was gonna have a party in an hour or something and put it out. Like the flavor is there, like it's good, but it's not like really strong. So if you can do it like earlier in the day, or even better the day before, and then, you know, just cover it and put it in your fridge, the flavor is so much better. So that's just a little tip. While I have my hands on the onion, I heard that go off, so I'll check it in a second. Everybody knows what this is, right? Like, I swear to God, everybody has this in their pantry. Like, give me a thumbs up if you have this in your pantry, because I don't know anybody who doesn't have this in their pantry. Like, we used to put this in our burgers, our meatloaf, make dips with it, you know, everything. And yeah, see, yeah, everybody's got this. So let me tell you how much sodium is in here. 610 milligrams. That's in 1 tablespoon. Okay, so when I did the math on this, because there's 2 packets in here, when I did the math on this, it was like something crazy, like 2,000 milligrams. It's ridiculous, the garbage that's in here. So our onion here, 0 milligrams of sodium. So you can use however many tablespoons you want. It's 0 milligrams and it tastes delicious. And you can use this in burgers, and you can use this in meatloaf, and you can make dips, and you can sprinkle it on your veggies when you're gonna steam veggies, or your potatoes, broccoli, whatever's. And it's no sodium. It's amazing. Same with the ranch. I don't know how many people have this ranch in their pantries, but I feel like people use this a lot too. This is not as bad as the onion. However, it does have 125 milligrams, and that's for a half of a teaspoon. Yep, more thumbs up. Everybody's got this. Like, these are our pantry staples that we get at the store. And it's all garbage. It's all garbage. For me, I'm first a nurse. That's my profession. And so I see the long-term complications of all of this stuff. And for me, when I first started selling this, it was about getting the products for free and at a discount. But then the more that I learned, and the more that I mean, obviously I knew about nutrition, and I know about you should have low sodium and low sugar, and be conscious about those things. But the more I learned about this, and the more I understood what the food industry is really doing, they are not our friends. And the long-term consequences that I have seen as a nurse is just, it's horrible. So now I do it because I want to empower people to control what they can control. If I can just keep one person from, having heart failure or diabetes or whatever, then mission accomplished. Let me just show you real quick my never ever ever list. This is Epicure's never ever ever list. That shows up backwards on there, I'm sorry. But I did post it on the group. But I mean, there's like 100 things on here, and these are words you can't even say. They're words you don't even know what they are. And they're found in all of our products. And if we can't say them and we don't even know what they are, we shouldn't be putting them in our body. Epicure is 100%, it's all wholesome ingredients. They're on the non-GMO project. Everything is gluten-free. Like I always say, if you don't need to be gluten-free, congratulations. Like that's awesome. That's a bonus, because it stinks to have to be gluten-free. But if you are gluten-free, like myself, like I can feed myself and the rest of my family, and it all tastes like normal food. So that's awesome. It's all peanut-free, comes from a peanut-free factory. No artificial junk, none of that junk. You'll never find that junk in our food. So that's awesome. So let's see how our fajitas are doing with the added onions. Oh my gosh, that looks amazing. And it smells so good. I'm just gonna show you. Okay, that is 5-minute fajita. And I'm funny about my chicken. So I am gonna do it 1 more minute. And my husband hates when I do this, because then he's just like, oh, you got it a little dry. But I'm funny about it. So you know what, I'm just gonna do 30 seconds this time, because it's so super juicy and it looks really yummy. Okay, now let me make the guacamole really quick for you. And who can find the avocado? Hey, I'm doing a cooking class here. Who can find the avocado emoji? Give me the avocado emoji if you guys like guacamole. Because I have a funny story about guacamole, and Pam will believe it. Because I can tell you, I never liked guacamole. I wouldn't eat this stuff. So if anybody recognizes this, it's a Pampered Chef tool. It's a gadget. But this is a gadget that I love, because now that I like guacamole, we do make this a lot. Yay, Ariel, good job. Do you like guacamole? Give me a yes. If you like guacamole, give me the guacamole or the avocado. Okay, so now that I like guacamole, I don't want to cut myself or, you know, do something crazy. Pam likes it too. Awesome. So that's why I got this tool, and it's not something that Epicure sells, so I'm good with supporting other people and their endeavors, and if they got something that I could use that's going to help me, hey, that's awesome, man. All right, so all you do is, I'm only going to do one avocado because it's just the three of us. But if you were like, you know, going to go take it to a party or something, you can choose how many avocados you want to use. But the easy thing is that it's 1 avocado to 1 tablespoon of the guacamole seasoning. So that's really super easy to remember. And it's so funny because when I had my very first party with my leader, we did Mexican because I love Mexican. And she wanted to do guacamole, and I was just like, I mean, it's a virtual party, so obviously who's gonna eat it? Me and my family. So I was like, because she came over here to my house, and I was like, I don't know, I really don't like guacamole. We don't ever have guacamole. And she's like, other people like guacamole. I bet they would like it. And so I was like, okay, that's fine. Go ahead. Let's just make it. So we made it, and I wanted to be nice, so I tried it. And it was delicious. I've made this probably, I don't even know how many times. So many times in the last 2 months. Okay, so this avocado was a little bit on the hard side, but it's from the store, so it wasn't quite right. But I mean, it wasn't like perfect. But anyway, it's okay. It wasn't hard as a rock. All right, let's wipe off my hands here. So I got that in here. And then I have our guacamole seasoning. Okay, this is delicious. 60 milligrams of sodium, which isn't too bad. And since I did 1 avocado, I'm just gonna do 1 tablespoon of the seasoning. This stuff is amazing. I've also used this on like when I steam some broccoli or some, you know, other vegetables or something, I would sprinkle it on there and steam it in the steamer. Perfect. It's really good. Since the avocado was a little bit hard, I'm going to use the meat separator, and this no lie is like one of my favorite tools. Next to that 4-in-1 tool thing, that's awesome. But this I use on avocado when it's a little bit harder. I've used it on some potatoes. Obviously I use it on the beef all the time. I've used it on chicken. This is like so cool to get this, like, you know, get it going, get it mashed up. Helps just to get it a little bit softer. And if you like your avocado not so smooth, if you like a little chunk in it, this is really good, which I do. It's a texture thing. And this seasoning is so delicious. Okay, so I'm going to use the rest of the lime correctly in my press for my guacamole. See how much more we still got out of there? Like, I never got that much juice out of a lime before when I was using it backwards. I mean, that like squeezed that sucker good. That's perfect. Okay, now I'm gonna use a fork to finish that up. Yummy, yummy. I also learned a trick that I didn't know. Like if you're gonna make some guacamole for a party or something, and it's gonna have to sit for a little bit, don't judge, okay? Don't judge. But I did not know that you put the pit in there to keep it from turning brown. But now I know. All right, here's my guacamole. Super duper delicious. Alrighty, so there's that. That's ready. My feisty greens is ready. This is my favorite sauce right now. So we got that, and let's check the fajitas. Okay, smells good. And it looks amazing. Yeah, it's so juicy, still so juicy. Like I wish you guys could be here in my kitchen and eat this with me. But there's the fajita, okay? So now let me tell you real quick, because I did make this earlier today, because I decided at the last minute that I wanted to put it on rice rather than on a shell. So like I wanted to make like a rice bowl. So I made this rice earlier. And all I did is I put a cup of rice in here, 2 cups of water, and then I used our vegetable broth, and I put 2 tablespoons on top, but you can use the chicken broth or whatever, or you can just leave it plain rice, or if you want to bite like on your rice, use some of this poco picante. Man, that's what we use to make the salsa, and it's got a bite. But this rice is amazing. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So let me pull it up in a bowl. I'll put it on a plate so you guys can see it. So while I'm doing this, tell me who would like to be my next person to have a party. Let me see what we got. I do like guac, yeah, but cannot eat avocado on its own. You know what? That's so funny because I cannot eat avocado on its own either. I don't know if it's like a texture thing or something. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what it is. But that's why I would never eat guacamole before. And yay, Paula's gonna have a party. I'm super excited. And so I don't know if that's why I didn't eat guacamole before, but I don't know. Eating it in there, it was like so super delicious. So let me just tell you about if you want to be a host in June. If you don't want to do it in June, that's perfectly fine. We can schedule out in July or August, but June is double host rewards. Like it's a host appreciation month or something like that. And so they are offering double rewards. So that's twice as much that you get free. So yay for Pam, because she's gonna get double things free. Plus I can also throw in an additional $20 in free credit. So that's even more free stuff. All right, yay. Paula's gonna do in June. All right, awesome. If anybody else is wanting to get some free product, let me know, because I just love to do this and help you guys get some free things. So I'm gonna put some guac on there, and I'm gonna put my feisty green right on my fajitas because this stuff is so good. Doesn't that look amazing? Yeah, so super yummy. Super, super yummy. So rice, and you can put it on a shell. You can put it on a lettuce wrap. You can, whatever you like. That's the cool thing about Epicure. You can just tweak it to however you like. So real quick before I let you guys go, I just want to tell you about how our packets work, because I didn't use a packet tonight. I used a seasoning. So I wanted to show you how the packets work. So we have so many varieties of packets. On the back of our packets, it gives the instructions of how to make it as a meal if you want to follow a recipe. There is also on epicure.com, you can go into there and just put in the search bar like barbecue and then hit the recipe button, and it will pull up so many other different options of what you can use that seasoning for. So you're not just stuck with just this is how it has to be, like, because maybe you don't want it this way. Maybe you want to use it a different way. It's a seasoning. So you choose your protein, you choose your grain, you choose your, however you want it. If you want it to be vegan, you use tofu, lentils, or high protein noodles, whatever you want to do. There's lots of different options. This particular one gives you multiple recipes. It's a barbecue sauce or a wet rub. I would say probably about 95% of our meal solutions and seasonings are vegetarian and vegan friendly, so there's always those options. So that's that. The other way that you could have cooked the fajitas that I told you I was going to tell you 2 different ways in case you're not on board with the microwave is you can do a 1-pan fajita. So this is our cooking sheet. This is our liner. One just real quick thing about the liner is whether you use our liners or somebody else's liners, make sure you have a liner that has an edge, because I have had before the liners that do not have a ledge on it, an edge. And so when you cook, like, the stuff still goes underneath. Like, that defeats the purpose, because then you're gonna have a big mess down here. So if you wanted to do this in the oven, you can. It takes a little bit longer because you have to cook it longer in the oven. But you would just put your chicken, you do everything the same, season it, cut it up and season it, and then just put it on the pan and then cook it in the oven. I'm not about the oven. I'm about quicker and less mess. What else can I tell you? All right, so in the party group, at the very top, it's pinned. The first post under the announcements is Pam's shopping link. So, feel free to shop away. Hopefully you guys have your wish list already started. And if you have a really big wish list, then think about having a party when you're, so that you can get some things for free. And other than that, if there were any questions that I missed in here, I will definitely go back through and answer those questions. Feel free to private message me. Anything else, Pam? Can I think of anything else? What did I miss? I missed the onions, and I appreciate you catching that. Other than that, I think I got everything, and the boys are ready for dinner. When does it close? We're gonna leave it open for a couple days. If you want, we can leave it open through the weekend so that other people can have a chance to watch the video and place their orders through the weekend. So I'm perfectly okay with that. I will message you later and we will set a time, but probably maybe like by Sunday night, we'd probably be okay. Any other questions? If not, we're gonna go eat fajitas. Thanks for joining us, guys. I appreciate it. Pam, thanks again for having the party. You guys have an awesome night and a fabulous weekend. See you later. Bye-bye.